Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to America Live Reports. Letting you know what's everything that's going on right now. This is the Friday edition of reports here. So today is Friday, the 21st, and I just want to report you on some of the stuff, headlines, what's happening right now. A lot of crazy stuff happening. I guess I'll give you the first top half right now. What's going on? Um, there was a report of six sprouts, water sprouts off of the Gulf of Mexico, and someone took a picture of an actual video there, but I can't show it because of the copyrights and stuff. But it was six water sprouts off of the Gulf of Mexico all in one. So this is multiple water sprouts were spotted off of the Louisiana coast, and it was a footage that a person shot. And so I mean, six sprouts, pretty crazy stuff, huh? So you can see all the six of them. They said it could be seven, but they reported six sprouts on there. So that's happening, and a lot of other stuff happening as well. Since we're talking about weather and storms and stuff, there's a double storm that's heading toward, I believe, the Atlantic. And let's see if I can get that screen for you guys. But there's a double storm. They call it a double hurricane that's going to hit next week. Let's see if I can pull it up for you guys. Okay, there it is. So there's a double hurricane or tropical storm. We call it here. And there we go. It's called Tropical Storm Laura and Tropical Depression 14. So 13 and 14. That's going to hit all in one time. This is the first time that there's a possible of two tropical storms. Before it was reported a hurricane. Now two tropical storms at once. Tropical Storm Laura. And then there's Tropical Depression 14. So as you can see, it's all going to be hitting at once. So that'd be kind of crazy to see. We'll report more about that, but it's hitting toward here. So let's see if I get another shot for you guys here. The chart that's showing, you can see where it's hitting there. It's coming off of San Juan, Puerto Rico, and it's hitting toward Havana and Miami. And then that shows the charts here of the temperature that's going to happen around there. So this is all happening starting this weekend and then until next week. And so this is Tropical Depression 14. That's going to happen at the same time. That's going to hit, looks like it's aiming for Houston or Corpus Christi on there. So more information regarding that. So temperature is going to be really hot, obviously, on there. So, but you can see where it's going right there, and the other one up there. So, so that's another strange double whammy that's going to happen next week. So we got those things happening. Meanwhile, since we're in the topic of storms, we just had down in Arizona, they had a dust storm, a major dust storm about say a couple days ago on there, or 4 days ago, and it was major. So it was pretty intense on there. Meanwhile, here in the states of California and other areas, it's majorly hot. It's so crazy, it's so hot. And there's also reports of major fires that are happening as well. And it says here that there was um, 560 fires. Here's that report right there. 560 fires. 560 blazes, fires that are happening across the state right now. Northern California is the biggest one right now, where all the wineries. Last year they had some major fires down there in the wineries as well. So we'll see what happens regarding that. Every time when there's a major fire, there's some major heat that comes forth on there. So again, Northern California, some blazes happening there as well. I had actually a friend who lives up there near the Bay Area, and they were telling me how it's very difficult to breathe and smoke and heat. So we've got a heat wave happening here right now in California, but then they're having some fires. So fires and blaze and heat and stuff. So plus we have a lot of humidity because of the storm. We just had a hurricane that came by the Gulf of Mexico, which brought in major temperatures and stuff like that. So so that's 560 blazes right now currently as we speaking in different places in there. So major fires that are happening around us. Right now also I want to talk to you about is earthquakes. So not only fires and storms, but also there's some major earthquakes are happening. The Philippines just had a 5.9, and then there was a 5.8 or 5.7 and stuff like that. So they're having some major aftershocks that are happening as well on there. And then there was just a earthquake that happened near Indonesia. So a 6.9 was recorded on there and stuff. Also in different places in earthquakes in the U.S., especially in San Diego, to be aware of is a place called Salton Sea. Recently there was some earthquakes that are happening there, a lot of activities that are happening in the Salton Sea. So they're still having some activities as well happening there. So Salton Sea, what I mentioned offhand is that it's called also mud volcanoes. So there's some volcanic activities that may be happening there. Plus, also it's in the fault lines, so that's not a good thing. So as you know, where the fault lines are, leads down to anywhere from San Diego, Los Angeles to San Francisco, around there. Speaking about earthquakes, now we're on the topic of earthquakes. Death Valley just had an earthquake, I believe, yesterday, and I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I believe it was a 4.8. Not looking at my notes here, but there was a earthquake on there as well. But it's very near the Ridgecrest earthquake there, and so there's some activity on there. It could be because of the heat and things that are happening. And also in North Carolina, they're still having some aftershocks from the last time earthquakes on there. So that's something that's happening right now as we speak. So they're having ongoing earthquakes on there. So so that's something that what's happening there as well. So we've got earthquakes, right? We've got earthquakes, we've got storms, we have hurricanes, tropical storms, dust bows that are happening, and then fires. So we're having the force of nature that's going crazy. So right now, a lot of major things are happening on the earth. The Bible talks about in Matthew 24, talks about birth pains, but it also talks about earthquakes in diverse places and so forth. But there's definitely a lot of crazy weather that is happening. Even when I look outside, it's kind of sort of cloudy, but it's hot as crazy. Temperatures up to 104. Deserts like 131. Down in Arizona, it's like I believe 115, 130 and stuff like that. So, and they're having dust bowls and stuff like that. So crazy weathers. And then we have this double hitter of that's going to happen next week. Hurricane, double whammy of hurricanes there, and plus the 6 or the 7 water sprouts that are happening. So a lot of stormy stuff happening, folks. We'll see what happens. Keep you updated on there. So I just thought I'd give you an update of what's going on right now, of all the storms. I hadn't even covered the floods too. There's some floods happening in I believe in the Midwest and East Coast areas as well. Didn't report on those things as well, but a lot of crazy stuff, folks, happening. Oh, I forgot to mention places like in Asia and stuff that I just reported. Also, there was a typhoon that is developing or happening as well. So crazy stuff, crazy weather that is happening right now. So thanks for listening. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and keep you update on there. So I gave you the whole enchilada as far as the different activities that are happening or the special forecast that's happening, but keep an eye as well on the earthquakes too, because that's happening, and it's crazy all in once and stuff. So thanks for listening. Make sure you subscribe, and you have a great weekend.